ако пречите, ќе ви кажам да се поместите, може? Да, пошто таа камера ќе лови таму. Не знам, седнете, ако прече, кога има во кадар, ќе ви кажам јас. Поред? Сега. Па не, глупо е да бидете позади така. Само да видиме како ќе биде.
Сред. Сред. Роберт.
Дами и господа, почитувани гости, драги пријатели на спортот, почитувани
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished viewers of the Macedonian TV, welcome at the official signing of the agreement with which our country becomes a new member of the Plasma Youth Sport Games, the largest amateur sports event for children and youth in Europe. Distinguished representatives of the government of the Republic of North Macedonia, distinguished guests, distinguished partners, ambassadors, media representatives and friends of sports, and of course the greatest stars of this event, the children. Welcome. Today we're not just signing agreements. Today we're opening a new chapter of unity, togetherness, friendship, and sports values. The Plasma's Youth Sport Games have been bringing children together through sports, and more than 3,440,000 children have participated in the games. Not only for the future of this country, but also in the games in Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Serbia, and Slovenia. Today, the Republic of North Macedonia joins this great sports family. I understand a bit, but I am very glad to hear this. We are good hosts, and I believe that you will understand even more. You are the best hosts, and it is a great pleasure to be a guest of this beautiful country, and I'm glad that exactly the country of this beautiful country will enjoy what the games bring. But dear colleagues, it is always good to welcome the hosts. So can I go ahead? Yes. With us today, we have the President of the Government of the Republic of North Macedonia, Christian Mickoski. Welcome. Also, we have another president, the president of the Plasma Youth Games, Zlatko Mladic. Magnus Brunner, the Commissioner for Internal Affairs and Migration. Borko Ristovski, the Minister of Sports of the Republic of North Macedonia. I remember him even from his handball games. The whole world remembers him. Among the others, we have the Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of North Macedonia, our dear friend Timcho Mucunski. And next to him, we have our dear friend from the social networks, the Minister of European Affairs, Mr. Gordan Grlić Radman. Nivastigan, Ambassador of Croatia in North Macedonia, and Michalis Rojas, Ambassador of the European Union to North Macedonia. We have also other guests. With us, we have the Ambassador of the Youth Sports Game, the former Commissioner of the European Commission, and President of the General Council of the Austrian National Bank, Mr. Johannes Hahn, Advisor to the President of the Organizing Committee of the Plasma Youth Games, Slaven Maric, but also the President of the Macedonian School Sports Federation, Elena Mickovska. Dragan Stajkovic, General Manager of Bambi. Ognjen Lazic, General Manager of Pivara Skopje. And of course, Tihomir Grudic, Executive Director of Plasma Youth Sports Games. Dear Jovana, it is our pleasure to show and demonstrate how our journey has been developing, and I would like to invite all our viewers and guests to look at the short movie for one of the most beautiful sport events throughout the world. So let's take a look at the short movie.
Повеќе од 3.440.000 деца и млади возбудливите надпревари во 10 спортски дисциплини ги водат децата до големата меѓународна завршница, во чии рамки се организира свечениот спектакл All Star Day, кога на теренот заедно со нашите учесници заигруваат амбасадорите и пријателите на игрите. Се создаваат незаборавни спортски моменти. Спектакуларниот ревијален турнир помеѓу екипите од Хрватска, Босна и Херцеговина, Србија и Словенија го организиравме и во 2024 година, кога нашите All-Star тимови повторно го исполнија центарот на Сплит. Тогаш плоштад Република се претвори во спортски терен за турнир во народна игра, каде што плазма спортските игри на младите не подсетија на светот на детството. На теренот заигра амбасадорите Предраг Мијатовиќ, Јоханес Хан, Аркадиј Дворковиќ, Шиме Врсаљко, Александар Коларов, ресорни министри, спортисти и други, кои заедно со децата и смеа и забава, повторно ја доживеа магијата на играта што ги поврзува различните генерации. Плоштад Република беше домаќин не само на надпревари во народна игра. Во претходните години таму се одигра и незаборавни Кока-Кола All-Star фудбалски надпревари, на кои настапија Александар Чеферин, Луис Фиго, Насер Ал-Келафи, Предраг Мијатовиќ, Дарио Срна, Немања Видиќ, Марио Станиќ, Алјоша Асановиќ и многу други. А фудбалот, со фудбал се започна во далечната 1996 година во Хрватска, во градот Сплит. Визија на Здравко Марич, денешен председател на игрите, еден ентузијаст кој од мал фудбалски турнир во своето мало за неколку години создаде надпревари во повеќе спортски дисциплини низ цела Хрватска.
Пето питање. Најмасовнија спортска приредба у Републици Хрватској зове се Спортске игре, А дебелих, Б мршавих, С младих или Д старих?
С младих.
Било би занимљиво спортске игре стари.
Па било би, зашто не?
Трчање на 5 метара, рецимо. Морате ми речи, dakle, од
С
пето
младих,
питање веќе.
коначен одговор.
С младих, ваш конечни одговор. Одржавају се сваке године преко љета, уклучено око 30.000 младих, финале у Сплиту. Точан одговор на пето питање.
Од првите игри до денес, главната цел е децата бесплатно да учествуваат во аматерски надпревари, организирани на професионално ниво до цел учесниците да ја почувствуваат вистинската вредност на спортот и можностите што тој ги нуди. 10 спортски категории им овозможуваат на децата да ги покажат своите способности. Coca-Cola Cup, мал фудбал, кошарка, ракомет, одбојка, одбојка на песок, тенис, пинг-понг, шах и трчање на 60 метри. Преку интензивна медиумска активност, односи со јавноста и преноси во живо, ги шириме пораките за здрави животни навики и одговорност кон себе и кон општеството. Спортските игри на младите се организираат под покровителство на Меѓународниот олимписки комитет, Европската комисија, УЕФА, Светската шаховска организација, како и под високото покровителство на Владата на Република Хрватска, Владата и председателот на Република Србија, Владата на Република Словенија, Владата на Федерацијата Босна и Херцеговина и председателот на Република Српска.
Zadovoljstvo mi je podržati sportske igre mladih, sjajnu inicijativu koja evo već traje 27 godina, ukupno 2,5 miliona djece koji su participirali u 10 sportova i u tom postupnom razvoju ove sjajne sportske igre, onih na kojima svijet ostaje, i to na način da ne samo se potiče sport, zdrav život, kultura aktivnosti, nego prije svega fair play i vrijednosti normalnoga, uljuđenoga života i poštovanja prema drugima. I to je pravi dokaz koliko sport u najranijoj fazi mladim ljudima daje temelje za kasniji kvalitetan, zdrav i profesionalan i obiteljski život. Puno sreće i želim vam svako dobro.
Успешноста и значењето на плазма спортските игри на младите ги препознаа и поранешни европски комесари за буџет и администрација и партнерка на Европска комисија за Кипар, Јоханес Хан, кој преку својата поддршка стана еден од амбасадорите на игрите.
Currently, there are many talks and rumors who could be a possible candidate for the Nobel Prize. I think this initiative, would be the best possible candidate for a Nobel Prize. Because what you have achieved and what you have done and what you have afforded is worth to be awarded far beyond the region.
Добрата енергија и спортскиот дух најпрво се проширија во Босна и Херцеговина во 2011 година, потоа во Србија во 2013 година, а од 2024 година на надпреварите учествуваат и деца од Словенија. Во 2026 година учеството ќе биде достапно и за децата од Северна Македонија.
Ово наше дивно децо е веома важно, да научи да се боре за победу, али да научи да губе, да научи да пораз nije ni krah, ni kraj, ni smak sveta, već da si uspešan ne onoliko koliko si puta pobeđivao, već onoliko koliko si puta uspeo da se podigneš. I sem toga, veoma je važno da se ta naša divna deca nauče toleranciji, da poštuju jedne druge, na kraju krajeva, zašto da ne kažem, i da vole jedne druge.
Со вклучувањето на Северна Македонија, семејството на игрите расте, поврзувајќи уште повеќе деца преку спорт, пријателство и ферплей. Новото поглавје потврдува дека игрите продолжуваат да растат, да ги надминуваат границите и да создаваат простор за еднакви можности за сите деца. Предраг Мијатовиќ е еден од првите амбасадори на игрите и повеќе од една деценија активно ги поддржува.
Od samog starta sam prepoznao ovaj projekat kao nešto što je stvarno fenomenalno i što svima nama imponuje i svi na neki način imamo tu slabost prema našoj i prema tuđoj djeci i uvijek kad možemo i koliko možemo trebamo da pomognemo da ovaj projekat raste.
Coca-Cola Cup со години се организира за девојчиња и момчиња. Квалификацијските турнири се одржуваат од јануари до јули, а државните победници се надпреваруваат на меѓународната завршница во Сплит. Преку соработка со фондацијата на УЕФА за деца, игрите настојуваат да вклучат што повеќе деца, особено од помалите средини, и да им овозможат еднакви шанси за спорт. Посебно внимание се посветува на мотивирање на девојчињата да се пријават и да покажат дека можат да бидат подеднакво успешни како момчињата. Во декември 2019 година, председателот на УЕФА и фондацијата на УЕФА за деца, Александар Чеферин, се приклучи на семејството на амбасадори.
Nije stvar samo u sportu, nego sport povezuje, sport je ljubav, sport je jedinstvo, sport je poštovanje drugih ljudi, drugačijih ljudi, tako da poklon, dubok poklon sportskim igrama mladih i dok ću ja biti predsjednik UEFA i predsjednik fondacije, UEFA-ine fondacije za djecu, pomagat ćemo u okviru svojih mogućnosti.
Of course, the youth sport games is so important for all of us. And first time President Severin asked me to meet marriage. And first time I met him, I said amen. I cannot say no. I mean, this is fantastic, wonderful programs, and we have all supported, and we will. And I think it's amazing to bring kids, youth together. Sport, the power of sport, as I said, it's amazing that we have to create something for the future.
Поддршката од врвни спортисти како Лука Модрик, Един Джеко и Немања Матик дополнително ја потврдува важноста на игрите.
Želim vam da i dalje uživate u sportu i navijate, te da pokažete što su pravi sportaši i navijači. Volim vas sve, Luka.
Biti ambasador sportskih igara je čast, ali i obaveza, i zato vam moram reći da uz bavljenje sportom jako je bitno kako se ponašate na sportskim terenima kao igrači ili navijači. Još jednom vas sve pozdravljam i ne zaboravite, igre su zakon.
Dragi moji simovci, još jedna rekordna sezona plazma sportskih igara mladih iza nas. Veoma sam ponosan na to. Nastavite da se družite, nastavite da se takmičite, nastavite da mi budete kao i uvek nasmejani i veseli.
У изминатите години организиравме церемонии за прогласување амбасадори. Се дружевме со Дарио Срна, Пиро Блажевиќ, Ведат Ибишевиќ. Зборувавме за можностите со Един Джеко и Асмир Беговиќ во рамки на кампањата на УНИЦЕФ. Игравме народна со Ден Гловер, шутиравме тројки со Мирза Телетовиќ. Трчавме со Амел Тука. Уживавме во фудбалски надпревари помеѓу надпреварувачи и амбасадори. Игравме шах со Аркадиј Дворковиќ. Организиравме падал на рива, а во Белград Карл Хајнц Румениге стана нов амбасадор. Во Сараево одбележавме 15 години од игрите во Босна и Херцеговина. Во таа прилика за амбасадор беше прогласен и најтрофејниот европски кошаркарски тренер Желјко Обрадовиќ, а плакетата му ја врачија Александар Чеферин и Насер Алкелафи. Веќе 30 години, главната мисија е децата да учествуваат бесплатно во професионално организирани надпревари, бидејќи спортот треба да биде достапен за си. Целта е младите преку спорт да се запознаат себе си и другите, да стекнат самодоверба, да развијат карактер, да ги покажат своите вештини и да усвојат здрави животни навики. И тука не застануваме. Свесни сме дека поврзавме милиони деца и оставивме длабока трага во развојот на многу генерации. Нашата цел е оваа најубава спортска приказна да ја прошириме и во други држави. А до тогаш, не заборавајте.
I uistinu je tako.
The games are sports, inclusion, unity, and these are the Plasma Youth Games. One crazy idea in the beginning for someone, but a perfect vision of our first dear guest who has gathered millions of children. His name is, remember his name, Zdravko Marić. Ladies and gentlemen, please give the president of the Plasma Youth Sports Games a round of applause. You may take the floor. First of all, good day, everyone. I always get goosebumps because I'm welcoming so many guests. We have 5 ambassadors here. We have Mijatovic, Slaven Bilic, Vesajka, Obradovic, and of course Mr. Han, who has been with us throughout the years. So that is why I would like to avail myself of this opportunity to welcome also Ambassador Brunner. I believe that you will have a great time here. I'm using this opportunity to welcome the sports people who are here. They are not ambassadors, but they help us a lot with their visits. But we have always officials. Now I would like to congratulate the birthday to Mr. Antrojevic. We also have Mr. Asanovic, Perimitic, Emir Spajic, Pletikosad. Thanks to all of you who are here with us. I must say that this is a historic day because for the first time we are coming with these games here. Although we had a fund of 5 countries, thanks to all the members of the governments, where we also have Mr. Mickoski and Mr. Ristovski. We are here for the first time in Macedonia, and we believe that this will be a great step ahead for all of us to accomplish something of this kind. 7 or 8 years ago, Mr. Rangelovski, a friend of mine that I've met, started asking me when are we going to have these games in Macedonia. And I would like to thank him because he helped bringing the games here. So I'm very thankful to every one of you. I would like to send a very important message. I'm glad that we have the children here. I want to invite them to come to take part of the games because these are special games for the children. There is a great deal of children who participate in the games, and I would like to invite them to come in great numbers. We expect them on the finals in Split. Mr. Mickoski, thank you very much. I'm glad that we are starting with you, and I believe that we are going to have a long and successful cooperation. I'm glad that I will pay visits to the country very often. Thank you. The sport is more than games and results. The sport is space in which children learn respect, discipline, team spirit, and responsibility. Through sports, characters are built, friendships are created, and values that last a lifetime are developed. And that is why today's moment has a special significance, because it opens the door for thousands of children in Macedonia to become part of the large sports family of the Plasma Youth Sports Game. Being an ambassador of the Plasma Youth Sports Games means being an ambassador of sporting values and a role model for younger generations. Also, healthy life is very good, and they have a lot of work. Let's greet our ambassador. They are the symbol of positive influence, and they help motivate children and young people to get involved in sporting activities, but also to learn important life lessons through sport. Today, we are especially happy because some of our ambassadors are here with us, and we would like to thank them for that. Ladies and gentlemen, Predrag Mijatović, Slaven Bilić, Željko Obradović, and Šime Vrsaljko. Also, we have the friends of the games. How do you say repetition is mother of all knowledge? Just the same. So we would like to welcome everyone else, the friends of the games, some of the greatest sporting names, not only in Croatia, but in the region. Aljoša Asanović, Veselin Vujović, Igor Angelovski, Petar Metličić, Emir Spahić, Stipe Pletikosa, Vlado Androjić, Predrag Danilović, Nikola Vujčić, Goca Sedlovski, Indira Kastratović, Petar Krpan, Peca Naumovski, Tomica Glavčev, and Igor Stefanovski. This is a great company. Now we invite the ambassador of the Plasma Youth Sports Games, Mr. Johannes Hahn, to take the floor.
Thank you very much, and may I greet all of you. And first I would like to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to come back to a wonderful country where I have spent so many days and nights. But now it's about turning the page and having a new opportunity. And I'm very grateful to the Prime Minister and to the Sport Minister for promoting, pushing, being very much committed to this fantastic offer, an offer for the kids of the country to participate in a regional activity from Slovenia, Croatia, Bosnia-Herzegovina, Serbia, and now North Macedonia. As I said, I think this initiative is worth to be awarded with the Nobel Prize because I consider it as the biggest or the greatest reconciliation activity here in the region. It's an investment in the youth, and I hope that many kids will participate in it. It's about jointly train for something, play, win together, probably also lose together, experience how it is to work together and to enjoy together. And this is something which I consider the best possible investment. And thank you to my fellow colleagues, the ambassador, for supporting this, in particular those who are representing different sport disciplines. And thank you to the Maric brothers and their teams for being so energetic to reach out and to try something new, because the organization of the Plasma Youth Sports Game has already somehow reached their organizational limits and capacities. And for the first time, there is now an opportunity to offer a licensing system in order to make things possible. And in that respect, what we are now trying to achieve here in the country is also piloting a new model for the youth sports game. And I'm pretty sure with the commitment, the determination of the Prime Minister, his team, the Sports Minister, his team, it will be a huge success. And if it is a huge success, it will give the opportunity to include further additional countries. And if I'm not wrong in mind, we have already 7 other candidates. So there is a perspective, there is an opportunity. And once again, thank you for all this determination, readiness, because investing in the youth is investing in the future, is investing in prosperity, in living standard, in welfare. And thank you again to all of you having accepted this opportunity and implementing it. And I wish all the best, a lot of events, of course, a lot of victories, and I hope to see many of you, and in particular kids, in a couple of months at the finals in Split. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Khan. We can continue in all languages because if you've noticed, your hosts today are speaking in various languages, and we're going live on several TVs. The sports is the best way to connect all generations, to break down barriers and promote the values that the games stand for. All these values are also promoted by the European Commission. So now we invite the European Commissioner, Mr. Magnus Brunner, to take the floor.
Thank you very much, first of all, for all you do for the sports altogether, but for the young people in sports, Prime Minister, ministers, ladies and gentlemen. This is incredibly important, not just for the region, but for the whole European Union, actually. And North Macedonia, but the whole region are very close partners, of course, for us, for the European Union. And I think today shows actually that we are getting even closer, that sports actually bring us closer together. We cooperate in all different things. We have challenges, of course, together, as we discussed this morning as well. But sports is one of the possibilities which definitely brings us closer together, and this is really important. The Prime Minister and I share some things in common when it comes to sports. We both were sort of, had to decide when we were younger, either sports or a different career. Luckily, we decided not to go into sports. I'm not sure about you. You could have been a good professional afterwards in basketball. In my case, it was tennis, and at the age of 14, I had to decide sort of, is it academic part or is it sports part? Luckily, it wasn't tennis. I think I wouldn't have been very successful at the end. But what I wanted to say is, for a young person, sport is just incredibly important. I see that with my kids as well. They're all playing all sorts of different sports. Of course, in my case, tennis is the most important one, but also football, handball is important, and it brings the young people together on the one hand, but it also gives you, of course, a lot of lessons you learn. Positive lessons, but also how to lose. That's what we have to learn as politicians sometimes as well. And so our past in sports, how to lose in a sort of graceful manner, also combines us in politics. What you are doing with the youth sports is incredible, I would say. And I learned a lot from Gio, my friend, who told me a lot about the initiative. And it was great because it's not just about gaining physical fitness. That's one thing, but also insights into the world. I would say into the region here, but into the whole world. And that's why we, as a European Union, have to support it. I think that's pretty obvious there as well. And I was asking myself, why is the youth sports games, the Plasma Youth Sports Games, why is it such a success? I think that, of course, different reasons. The organizers, of course, are one of the reasons. But why is it such a great event for kids, for young people? Because it is about grassroots, I think. That is one important point. And it's also because it's open to everyone. And this the broadness and wideness of the youth sports game, I think that is one of the successes. And it is also what brings us also together to the European Union. Then it's about tolerance. It's about being open to everyone. It's about fair play also. I think these are the most important points on that. And that is a perfect fit for the region. It's a perfect fit for North Macedonia, I think, and it's a perfect fit also for the European Union. And which is why I hope that the participants, the young participants of these games this year, next year, once they grow up, they might be part of the European Union and the European family even closer. This is what I wish for the young people, of course, and what I wish for the region and for your country. So thanks again. Congratulations to the organizers. It's really incredible what you're doing, and we should spread it around the European Union even more. And that's why we are here for, also to bring this message all over Europe. I think it's worth it. And as my friend Gio said, let's see each other in Split. Thank you very much.
Thank you. In our country, we have a great number of world-known sports names, and we have some of them. There are so many famous sports people, and I've had the occasion to root for these people, and this is something that I've said. We want victory, because when he was standing on the goalkeeping line, we knew that we will win. So now I would like to invite the hosts, the government, but also the minister who is related to the sports. So now we'll hear from your Minister of Sports, Borko Ristovski. Thank you, distinguished President of the Government, Hristijan Mickoski, distinguished partners, guests, sports legend, dear young athletes and friends of sports. Today, with this cooperation agreement, we are opening the door to a strong idea, the idea that sports belong to every child, regardless of where they live, where they come from, and what conditions they grow up in. By joining the international platform Sports Games for Youth, we are taking an important step forward and sending a clear message. Young people are our greatest asset, and sports are the healthiest and purest way through which young people learn true values and build themselves as individuals. As a former athlete, I know very well what a sport competition means, the joy of victory, and how disappointing every defeat can be. Those moments build us as individuals, and that is why the Ministry of Sports is firmly committed to creating a system in which we create conditions for young people to be able to play sports, striving for sports to be available everywhere and for everyone. The youth sports games bring exactly such a philosophy: fair play instead of pressure, camaraderie instead of divisions, health and smiles instead of passivity. This project means lively sports in schools, active local communities, and strong cooperation between institutions, federations, and the business community. It means an opportunity for thousands of children to put on a jersey for the first time, to stand at the starting line, to feel what it means to be part of a team. I'm especially pleased that the best of them will represent Macedonia at the international finals in Split, not only as competitors, but also as our young ambassadors of friendship, respect, and sportsmanship. Our goal is clear: to build generations that will win with character, to create a sports culture based on positive values, and to return the joy of sports to where it belongs, among children. I would like to thank first of all to the Prime Minister of the government for the support and the opportunity for Macedonia to host such a major event, the Macedonian School Sports Federation, the international team of the Games, my colleagues at the Ministry of Sports, in the Ministry of Sports, and finally to all those who believed in this mission. The Ministry of Sports will be a strong and responsible partner, because when we invest in young people, we invest in the future of the country. Thank you. Now I invite the President of the Government, Mr. Hristijan Mickoski, to take the floor. Thank you. On my behalf and on behalf of the government, I would like to welcome all guests who are with us today here in the government, but also in Skopje. On behalf of the government, I can say that we are particularly pleased, and it is our honor to be part of this event, because as a government, we pay great deal of attention to investing in youth. We are all aware that the demographic is a general European problem, and that is why it is very important to us, for the young people, to be educated from early ages that future lies in them, and they will leave the future to their descendants. Another thing that is important for us is the sport. I can speak as an unsuccessful athlete. I was very successful basketball player in my teenage days. I was in the Работнички club. Peca Naumovski was preparing at that time. First we had Jugoplastika, then we had other teams, and we were amazed with his game in the small hall that now has been renovated. But afterwards, life took me on another trajectory. I went to grammar school, then the Faculty of Mechanics, then for MA and PhD studies, and now I've been a president of the government for the past 2 years. But sports remain part of me, and that is why, as a government, when we restructured the cabinet, we established for the first time a Ministry of Sports. And now we are learning together with Borko how it is to be a Minister of Sport, because before this government we only had an agency, but I think that we are tackling the challenges and we are starting to function as an institution which should be the greatest pillar of the sports in the country, but also in the region. With this event, we are creating synergy between these two priorities of the government, that are the youth. They should learn fair play, they should learn teamwork, because in the era of social media, we see that things are different. Life is a teamwork, and children should learn these attributes. Yes, there are individual sports, that is true, but in general, I see life as a teamwork and as being support one to another. I'm convinced that these tens of thousands of children will compete in the schools in the country, and they will grow into people who will promote and love their country, and they will convey that to the next generations who will compete throughout the schools in the country. Once again, thanks to the organizers, to all those great names from the regional sports we have with us today. I can only promise you that we will represent this project with dignity in the country, and I am convinced that the young people from our country will represent the Macedonian sports at the finals in Split in August. Thank you. Thank you. Now we can go for the signing of the agreements. And while our first guests are preparing, I would like to underline the greatest information for this year. We'll have games on licensed model, and I believe that the children will enjoy this. We have basketball player, handball player, former tennis player. I'm looking forward to these meetings. And for the signing of the agreement, we have our dear next associate. We invite the president of the Macedonian School Sports Federation, Elena Mickoska, who is next to Mr. Zdravko Maric, the president of the Plasma Youth Sports Games. So we will now sign the agreement. The friends from the media are ready, and this is the historic moment happening right now. Congratulations for the good cooperation. And now we will continue. We have the general sponsor of the Youth Sports Games. We can say now all 5 member countries of the Games is the Bambi Company, to which we would like to thank for all the biscuits for the players. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for building a future together with us in which sports, friendship, and fair play always win. Are we ready? Can we continue? The agreements are ready. Another historic moment. We have Dragan with us for so many years, and also Zdravko. So let's say cheers. Handshake and the photography. Let's go ahead. 5 years ago, the Coca-Cola company has recognized us and it became an important part of our story. This is one of the greatest football cups that has over 140,000 young people participating annually. And the kids learn how to recycle. Zdravko? Now, let's reinforce those muscles. Another agreement is being signed. Congratulations, Ognjan Lazic and Zdravko Maric. You're always welcome here. Jovana, do you know what is the best? We also have a cup for girls. We have excellent successes in the sports. I believe you had the opportunity to meet some of them. Congratulations. Now, one photography for the social networks, because we are sending a very nice message. Congratulations, everyone. Thanks to all of you who are with us. And today, we've shown once again that sports is strength. It is a strength that connects countries, institutions, and most importantly, children. The Republic of North Macedonia has become part of the large family of the Plasma Youth Sports Games. Starting today, thousands of children in this beautiful country, where the sun is always shining, will have the opportunity to wear these jerseys on many occasions, and you will see them through all the cities of this beautiful country. So what is most important, they will all thrive in sports free of charge. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending this historic moment, because games are not only competition, they are friendship, they are future, and they are the law. Thank you.